Now here on Kiwi, and with a brand new album out today, the debut solo release from Victoria Girling Butcher. I have Victoria Girling Butcher in the Kiwi studio. Good morning to you.
Williams, how are you this morning?
I'm chipper.
Excellent.
For a Monday morning, how are you feeling?
Really croaky on Monday morning, but good.
But still must be on top of the world to have another album out. And I say another, I said debut, but I'm saying another because
it'll be my fourth,
previous projects, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, the process is much the same, but sadly without Marcus Lawson and Derek Mativier, who made up the other part of Lucid 3.
Yeah.
This is my first go at playing my songs with other musicians, and it is exciting.
Is it somewhat a return to, because you were classically trained early in life, and so it's kind of like a return, a full circle back to being yourself?
Yeah, a full circle back to me.
Yeah.
Actually, well, it kind of does feel a little like that. I don't have to consult anyone else on what they think, and there's not a lot of compromising going on, but there's a lot of contribution from other musicians.
Yeah.
Like, Joel Mulholland was involved right from the first demos I was putting together, and he's an ideas man.
Creative chap, huh?
He's a creative chap, and I love working with Joel. And Andrew Cogan there's a lot of him in my album as well, in guitar and keys and vocals. And Wayne Bell played the drums, but also he was producing alongside Joel. So
he's producing some of the great albums coming out in New Zealand music at the moment.
2011s. What do we call this decade?
The teens. I don't know. Why don't we know what the people 100 years ago called it? I don't know. Surely they wrote it down somewhere and said, "Look, in 100 years, you might want to use this."
Maybe they were too busy to care about what decade they were in.
But we digress. Have some of the songs been rattling around in your head for a wee while now?
They have. Some of them were written towards the end of Lucid 3, and some of them were written through Lucid 3. Well, actually, let's think about that seriously. Sort of half and half. There's a whole lot of material that was written relatively close to the beginning of the recording, and then there was material that I demoed and played everything, and the demos all by myself. And it was at that point that I realised, as fun as it was making, playing all the parts, and it wasn't the direction I wanted to go in. Yeah,
because at one part in the process, didn't you have the idea of, rather than going under your own name, another kind of name?
Yes. I thought Victoria Girling Butcher was too. Well, I'm tired of having to spell that out loud all my life. VITCHORIGIRL. ING-VUCTHER. And I figured that it might just be too much of a mouthful, but no, it's not really. It's just a name.
Yeah.
So I did think I'd call it Lupin, and Lupin sort of is close to Lucid 3 because it was our record company, and I was conceived in a field of lupins, and so that was also why.
Yeah. VGB.
Yes. Victoria Girling Butcher. I just realised it was actually my name. It was a decent name, and
have you got a font yet?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's Santa Claus. It's a good font.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa Claus. Okay.
It's a play on the Santa Claus.
Christmassy, right? Yeah, Santa Claus. So is it kind of like, is it written style?
No, it's a slightly deco-looking font.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's on the cover of my album that I've not got to show you.
The album's at the moment locked up in a vault somewhere? Is that right?
Yeah, you have to get it from the shop, I'm afraid. And they'll go down and they'll use their special code, and they'll open up the vault and let you buy one. No, they're readily available online and in shops.
Cool. And how long did it take to record? Was it a quick process?
Well, the demos I started recording, like I said, with Joel about 3 or 4 years ago, and in that process I went in and out with Joel, and then I went in and out with Ollie Harmer, who was the engineer, and he they were so helpful, generous with their time, and so that process took a little while, and then I decided that I wanted to do the album properly, so I applied for a CNZ grant, and I was fortunate to get that, after I received that, then we just booked the studio time and put aside some time to do a little bit of pre-production. In fact, I don't think we did much, and we just jammed. Pretty much did all the tracking and sort of one go with the band, and then embellished. It's a fun process.
Yeah.
If you do it that way, it's pretty time efficient. It just requires that you have really good players and that you're well practiced, and that's how I did it. It's how I like to work. Lucid 3 always did it that way, and it's sort of a winner combination.
Yeah, and I guess now you'll be wanting to get the songs out there and start playing them live and around about the place. Do you have set any rules for yourself? Do you have to have the band, or can you be solo?
I always prefer playing with a band because I just love playing with a band. I love playing electric guitar, and I'm not that fond of playing acoustic guitar. And as I have some dodgy arthritic shit that goes on, the acoustic guitar is generally a higher action and thicker strings, so I stick with the electric guitar, and it sounds much better when you've got accompanying instruments. Because
you have had these health worries as well that have complicated things somewhat.
Yeah, that did help. That helped to slow things down a little bit, actually, because yes, generally being unwell, it's unfortunately it's not the most creative thing. You'd think if you were sick a lot, you'd have all that time to be creative, but in fact, it really takes an effort, a bit more effort to get things, the creative stimulation happening. But I'm mastering it now, so
yeah.
So,
but it's made it difficult to play certain instruments.
The piano I don't play so much anymore, and certainly won't live. I mean, I may do it, but it's that one's just too much. My hands are a bit too soft for all that these days.
Yeah.
The electric guitar is good, but I do miss playing the piano. I always played Rhodes keyboard in Lucid 3, so maybe it's another distinction not to play the keys so much with my new stuff, but I do miss it. It's a lot of fun. I sit at home and occasionally play the piano by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you got a release party coming this Friday?
I do, with Lynn and Puffin.
And you're both releasing an album today and then doing the...
Well, he actually released his last week, but but it's out as well, Hope Holiday, and I was involved in that one as well, ever so indirectly. I think I made quiches and pies, and that was how I was involved in Lynn and Puffin's album. I did some backing vocals, but yeah, so it seems appropriate that it's a lot of the same band members, etc., and good friends, so we're fun evening on the 25th at Backbeat Bar above Rock Shop on K Road in Auckland. Plus, we are playing in Wellington on the 16th of December.
Oh, cool.
Happy, yes.
And any further plans throughout the rest of summer? You know what you're doing?
I actually don't have plans, but they're all formulating, so keep an eye on my Facebook page for the updates to our shows. But
Facebook.com/
Victoria Girling Butcher. I think Victoria Girling Butcher Music.
Yeah, just do a search into Facebook and it should come up. Nice. Well, so what have you brought in? What is this instrument that you have here?
This is a zither.
A zither?
Zither. It was a present from my old bass player.
Is it a relative of the harp?
It's a relative, yes, of the
distant
harp.
Cousin.
But the auto harp more than anything else, because it's tuned to chords, so it makes it very... So it makes it, so it's in the key of C. As long as I write a song in the key of C, I'll be all right.
Wow, what a beautiful sounding instrument. And does it ever get mic'd up? I mean, is it plug-inable? I don't know.
It's not. It has to be marked acoustically.
Okay.
And we will be doing that on Friday. I've done it once before. It's the song that I will sing is called Summit Drive, which is the title track of the album, Summit Drive. Yeah.
Which is what about Summit Drive? Is it part of your hood, or?
It is actually. And I think that you might be familiar with Summit Drive.
I am familiar. It's in Mount Albert, but there's Summit Drives kind of all over the country, really. Isn't
well,
there
are exactly. Probably. So it's more of a metaphor for the theme of the song, which is kind of optimistic, high, hopeful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Positive. I sound like I'm in a self-help class right now.
But it's true, when you get to the top of Summit Drive, it is always really good.
You know,
it's always surprisingly really good as well.
And panoramic views. I don't know. I find that extremely inspiring. So therefore, I do a lot of walking up there, thinking about songs and thinking about lyrics, etc., etc. So, yeah. I
recommend to all New Zealanders to get to the top of their nearest volcanic cone at least once a month, just to get some perspective on the place.
I try to do it every day. Gosh, I sound motivated, don't I? Crikey.
It's before 9 o'clock on a Monday morning, Victoria.
I have a dog. It's really important to get your dog out.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Summit Drive, live here on Kiwi.
Keep on accelerating to get me higher. Stay with me on the wrong side. Stay and wait. Let freedom go. Rolling out when it lights. Look out for triggers underfoot and colours blushing. Break open the city roads, unravel them all and let freedom go. Rolling out from behind, bursting onto the road. Chasing the speed of light, the highest height. Keep on climbing, keep on rising. Keep pulling me up by a single thread. Don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. Let freedom go. Rolling out when it likes, bursting onto the road. Chasing the speed of light, the highest height. Keep on climbing, keep on rising. Listen to the sustain, it goes on and on.
Wow, beautiful. What a treat on a Monday morning. Summit Drive, from the album Summit Drive, coming out today by Victoria Girling-Butcher. It'll be in stores today and available digitally as well.
Yes, indeed.
And go and see the live performance as well. Victoria Girling-Butcher and Band with Lyndon Puffin and Band at Backbeat Bar on Auckland's Cave Road Friday night. Thanks so much for coming on in.
Pleasure to see you.
Performing on a Monday morning, telling us all about the album. Congratulations on getting it out. What a treat.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. And I'll play something actually from it now.